Spectator Sports. I want to put that out there right now.
Let's say this. Let me get this out. I guarantee you that you would take Donald Driver, Greg Jennings, and Jermichael Finley, and this receiving core he got now over Robert Brooks, Antonio Freeman, Mark Chmura, and those other guys Brett played with.
Are you kidding me? These guys are Hall of Famers.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
You talking about? I'm gonna take some guys from today. This isn't fantasy. Antonio Freeman is a Hall of Famer. Sterling Sharp is a Hall of Famer.
Antonio Freeman's name will not get on the ballot ever.
How do you know that, sir?
You're kidding me,
It
man.
might get on there.
Sterling Sharp is a Hall of Famer. Mark Chmura was a Pro Bowler. These guys were good players.
Did you just call Antonio Freeman a Hall of Famer?
He might make it. We don't know.
I think he's a Hall of Fame player.
Go look at his stats. They don't even come close to the Hall of Fame.
Next topic. Spectator Sport, thanks for being with us. We got another topic. Who's gonna win more Super Bowl? Who's gonna have the better career? Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers? Raheem the Dream? Let me know what you think.
Well, of course the odds are in Aaron Rodgers' favor to win more Super Bowls, being that he's still playing, so he still has opportunities. So I would say with the Packers team, you know, they got a little window right now to win a few Super Bowls. So I think Aaron Rodgers will ultimately end up with more Super Bowls than Brett Favre, but I don't think he will have the career of Brett Favre. His career won't be as long as Favre's. He won't be able to have that aura that Favre's had, because in Green Bay, you got Packer fans, you got Favre fans. Half the people in the stadium want to see Aaron Rodgers fail. He'll never be Favre, but to answer the question, he'll probably win more Super Bowl rings, but he'll never be Favre.
He's better than Favre, and those Favre fans are not Aaron Rodgers fans, just to let you know that, because at the end of the day, it's about Green Bay, and Aaron Rodgers is producing, and he's going to win them championships. They're not worrying about Brett Favre no more, and Aaron Rodgers is going to have a way better career than what Brett Favre had. You know, I just think, just look at the guy. I mean, just look at Aaron Rodgers versus Brett Favre, and you can never say it's due to talent, because each one of these guys has had talent on their teams. Brett Favre in the past have had talent, and also Aaron Rodgers. And I think statistically, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to blow Brett Favre out the water.
He won't play long enough.
I think he will, but like I said though, that's your opinion, but I just don't see what people see in Favre. I think he had a lot of excuses made, throughout his career with this gunslinger mentality, and all that's just an excuse for him to lose people games when he's doing people. Well, he's a gunslinger. Shut up! You make bad decisions and you cost people games. There's no excuse. There's 50 other three guys that this gunslinger is costing games. Aaron Rodgers is not that selfish. You're never going to hear that about Aaron Rodgers. I think people are going to eventually like the personality of Aaron Rodgers with the belt, the whole belt movement around the waist. That's Aaron Rodgers. People are taking to that. People are doing that in the league now. Everybody's taking to that. So I don't know what you're talking about, his personality.
Aaron Rodgers can take a 3-step drop and throw a ball 65 yards off his back foot.
Yes, I think he can do that. Oh, absolutely, I think he can do that.
Aaron Rodgers,
drop 65 yards in the air off of his back foot.
Yes, I honestly believe he can do that.
With the defender in his face. I like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback, but I think it's ludicrous to put players after such small success in a small amount of time.
Oh yeah, Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. Yeah, just put that. That's just ridiculous.
Denver won a Super Bowl. Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but did they don't fall over 300 yards and 4 or 3 touchdowns? Did they do that? No, they did not do that.
Bill Sims did. Bill Sims has the highest completion percentage in Super Bowl history.
You're talking about Phil Simms. Phil Simms is a great quarterback.
Is he top 5 quarterback of all time? Because you just put Aaron Rodgers over a top 5 quarterback.
I don't care, but eventually Aaron Rodgers will take that throne away from Brett Favre. Yeah, it's a young career so far right now, but I'm telling you, statistically and in Super Bowls, Aaron Rodgers will be ahead of Brett Favre.
So, hey, real quick question. So, let's say Deshaun Jackson doesn't run a punting back against the Giants and the Packers miss the playoffs. Are we having this Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers conversation? Would you even think to have this conversation on your show about Favre being or Aaron Rodgers being better than Favre and they'll make the playoffs last year? Talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, no, nothing about it.
We won't be having a conversation, period. It's about talent, too.
No, it's not about talent. It's about winning. I'm not going to talk about a guy who's not winning. Aaron Rodgers won, so that's why we can have these conversations. He's not winning. We can't have these conversations. He can light it up all day. Marino lit it up all day. But you can, I can't really put Marino as the greatest quarterback ever because he didn't win. He didn't win a championship. So when quarterbacks win, that's when you can start talking and compare them to other quarterbacks. You have to win a Super Bowl. You have to win.
Play to win the game.
That's exactly. Herm Edwards, you play to win the game, not for stats.
Big Ben's top 10, too, right?
Big Ben's not top 10. I never agree with Big Ben being top 10 because I don't think he won that Super Bowl his first year. The defense did. His numbers were horrible.
He was the quarterback.
He was a game manager.
He was a game manager. He wasn't a quarterback. Like you said, Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer was a game manager. Aaron Rodgers went to the Super Bowl against one of the top defenses in the NFL and threw for over 300 yards and threw 3 touchdowns. He basically won that game for them. So don't you disrespect Aaron Rodgers, sir.
He wasn't the MVP. He was the Super Bowl MVP.
Aaron Rodgers got some great receivers, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, whatever. Well,
all right, Raheem, we know you got to go. Thanks for joining the show, Raheem. Radio Raheem, once again, thanks for being on the show. Have a good one.
All right, Raheem.
I'm out.
Next topic.
Spectator
Sport. We're back. Welcome all the spectators. This week we're going to talk about fantasy football matchups. Let's check out all the matchups that are going on in different players. We expect to have big weeks. My pick and one of the picks that I look for to have a big week is going to be Isaac Redman. He's a third-string running back of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I normally wouldn't be talking about third-string running backs, but just in terms of the matchups, with Mendenhall being hurt and Muweldy Moore being sidelined because of an injury, I expect him to have a big week. Another matchup that I like this week is going to be Steve Smith and versus New Orleans. Steve Smith with Cam Newton looking as impressive as he does. New Orleans being a high-powered offense. I expect that game to be a 42-35 game with New Orleans pulling it out. But I still expect Steve Smith to really have a big day. And I don't expect the New Orleans secondary to have much of an answer for them. I also expect Vincent Jackson to really have a pretty big day with Phillip Rivers starting to come in his own and have a good week last week. And Phillip Rivers basically is top 3 fantasy quarterback so far. So I expect him to continue to have a big fantasy week. Josh, what do you think?
Some people that I like this weekend is probably Fred Jackson, number 1. I mean, that Eagles run defense is just horrible. They rank like 30th in the NFL right now. So I expect Fred Jackson to have a big day, catching the ball out of the backfield and especially running it. Frank Gore, who was just having a bad season until he ran into that sorry Eagles run defense. So I'll go ahead and take Fred Jackson, even though he is on my fantasy team too. And I also take a guy like, a sleeper, Curtis Painter from the Indianapolis Colts. I think he's going to go ahead and be starting this weekend, going up against that sorry KC's defense with the receiver Garcon, who had 2 long touchdown runs last week. And, you still got Reggie Wayne and Dallas Clark. So I think Painter's going to have a big day against that sorry KC's secondary. So I'm going to go ahead and take him as well. And another guy that I'm going to have from the same team is Pierre Garcon too, because I talked to you about, they had that big breakout, performance that he had against the Tampa Bay because he wasn't being really that involved with the offense. So I'll go ahead and take Pierre Garcon as well. But a couple guys that I do not like this weekend will be Matt Schaub because, he did lose Andre Johnson. So that's going to be, that's going to hurt that passing game tremendously. So I really don't like Matt Schaub this weekend. So, and another guy that I don't like is going to be Jordy Nelson. Because Nelson is just always up and down with the Packers. And with that, Atlanta defense, Atlanta got some pretty decent corners to me. And, Rodgers just like to spread the ball around a little too much after Nelson comes off big games.
All right, and some of the guys that I don't like, I'm going to go with New Orleans defense. Anyone that has New Orleans defense, I think you better sit them because Cam is coming. And Cam Newton, he's coming like a monster. And like I said, I think Steve Smith's going to have a big week. So Cam is coming. New Orleans defense needs to be sat down. Also, another defense that I think and needs to be sat down is going to be Buffalo defense, and I think Fitzpatrick is going to have an off week. I just think this Philly team, with their backs to the wall, they're going to play awesome. I think they're going to rise to the occasion. Even in Buffalo, in a hostile environment, I think the Buffalo Bills are going to lay a goose, and I like this Pittsburgh team, Philly team, to really step up to the plate and do what they have to do.